Fundamental duties were incorporated in the Indian Constitution in the year 1976. The fundamental rights can be suspended if the President orders it at the time of a national emergency. Who among the following decides the nature of a bill? Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Under the Constitution, the residuary powers belong to the Union government. The President of India has immunity from criminal proceedings during his term of office. The executive of state government comprises the governor and the council of ministers. The lower the age limit for election as President of India is 35. Can a citizen approach a court for the enforcement of a directive principle? No. The difference between an additional judge and an acting judge of High Court is the former is appointed to cope with the workload, whereas the latter is appointed in a casual vacancy. The fundamental rights as contained in our constitution are grouped under 6 categories. The concept of nomination of members to the Rajya Sabha by the President has been borrowed from the Constitution of Ireland. The right to decide on the fundamental rights that are not available to members of the armed forces rests with the Parliament. Before assuming his office, the President has to take an oath in the presence of the Chief Justice of India, or in his absence, the senior-most judge of the Supreme Court. The position of the Vice President of India is analogous to the position of the Vice President of USA. A person is entitled to Indian citizenship if he or she fulfills domiciled in India, born in India, a refugee who has migrated to India from Pakistan. The fundamental rights have the sanction of the Constitution. The directive principles of state policy are non-judiciable, which means that in case they are violated, the matter cannot be taken to courts. Universal adult franchise means the right to vote granted to all adult citizens. Franchise means right to vote. The returning officer of the state assembly elections are appointed by the election commissions. In a parliamentary form of government, the executive is responsible to the legislature. The British Parliament passed the Indian Independence Act based on the Mountbatten Plan on July 18, 1947. Reserved seats exist in a state assembly for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. The Indian states have been reorganized on the basis of language of the people. Who among the following articulated his demand in 1938 for a constituent assembly on the basis of adult franchise? Jawaharlal Nehru.